At Minnesota, they have everything from a Heisman to a Nagurski in their rich legacy, and today in Minneapolis, the Golden Gophers hope to add another memorable chapter. Little gets the blood boiling, quite like a rivalry game. Barbs, shots, trash talk, things that go on throughout the week will now all be settled on this field. As we'll see, the number 25 team in the country, the Wisconsin Badgers, taking on a fellow Big Ten foe, the Minnesota Golden Gophers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Rtdb Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. Bounces through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. So Minnesota's offense takes the field. When Minnesota and Wisconsin get together, not much more satisfying than reaching around, grabbing that axe handle, and taking a swing at the goalpost. That's the stakes today, guys.
Yeah, and a lot of stakes, a lot of emotion. These guys don't like each other. Listen, the Gophers and the Badgers are built the same, Palmer. They're the same identity. It's toughness. It's running the football. Who can establish that in this football game?
And to me, it doesn't matter if you're a fan of either of these two schools. If you just love college football, what makes it great, it's the rivalry games, right? This is the most played rivalry in the FBS. Paul Bunyan's Axe. This game is always so much fun to watch.
Starting a drive like that really builds confidence. First down from the 45. He's going to pass. Quickly out to the tight end. He was running through tackles and picked up the first down and finally got knocked down.
Well, I know the tight end did some good things after the catch, but got to give the quarterback credit, too, for the location of the throw. Because he put it out in front of his big man, he was able to make the catch and accelerate, creating some distance there between him and the defense.
Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance. The aerial assault continues. The throw. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical and pass deep. This axe means so much to both Minnesota and Wisconsin. But, Jesse, my question is, have you ever used an axe?
Improperly, and I almost chopped off my ankle once upon a time. You know, in Canada, we have to use axes quite often. We have fireplaces and it gets very cold. But not like this axe right here. None as valuable or as important to thousands and thousands and thousands of people the way the Paul Bunyan's axe is.
Quarterback will audible. Running for it on fourth down. Wrestled to the ground after picking up the first down.
You know, you kind of get stuck in no man's land once you get across that 50-yard line where it might be a long field goal, which isn't really high percentage. Or do I go for it on fourth down? I like to go for it, personally. I like the aggressiveness. They go for it, and they get the big first down.
You know, it's a nice throw by the QB there. When you're throwing to running backs, you got to make it easy on them. So you want to put it right on their body, make the catch simple, and let them go to work like they did just there, getting that first.
He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
Listen, I know there are a lot of DBs out there that all they want to do is get interceptions and dance in the end zone. This dude likes to put his face in the fan, get close to the line of scrimmage, and tackle. And on the opening drive, if he's out there, he gets a huge tackle for loss early. That is a statement play.
Boy, they'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a first and goal. Quick pass on the jet motion. And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the first down. They'll try to cap off this drive with a field goal. Smashes it between the uprights. And the first points of the day come on that field goal. So they were able to put up a 3-spot on that last drive, and now the kickoff team out there as they prepare to put boot to leather. He'll bring it out. It's Jamison. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. So Wisconsin's offense will go to work for the first time today. And I think we're going to see plenty of big plays, especially when you have a couple of guys who can spin the bean like these dudes, Jesse.
These are two guys that can reach every corner of the field. Every throw is at their disposal. We're expecting these offenses to go up and down the field.
Yeah, and it's just got to be so fun to play skill positions for these quarterbacks. Like, you're always open. He's going to throw it a lot. They're going to give him a leash to be able to do that. Just a fun day of fireworks.
Give to the back. They get him stopped at the 32. That's a gain of 4.
Offensive linemen love to run the power. Why? You run power. You run power. Then you can play action. You don't want that defense to be sitting there saying, it's a pass, having to pass block every play. You got to keep defenses off balance.
Off he goes. At the 30. And after gobbling up some serious yardage and showing off those wheels, he's finally out of bounds. They're looking to pass from the red zone. Receiver looks it in, it's complete. And the defense coming with bad intentions. They knock him down for a loss. That's going to do it for the quarter, and Minnesota has the lead here. We've played one. Before we move on, let's have a look at the stats. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. Running behind those pads, he gets a couple before he's stopped at the 18. Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the right. What a job to lay out and make the catch. The Badgers are marching down the field. With the run on 1st and goal. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Just trucks through it. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Badgers! And the extra point is good, and it's a 4-point lead. 76 yards on the drive for the touchdown. And what a way to finish it with a 9-yard touchdown run. The kickoff bounces through the end zone. They'll bring it out to the 25. Minnesota has it back, and the Gopher offense is headed onto the field. Always good to get points on a drive, David, but chip shot field goals can leave you a little empty.
And I think it's great to get points, but the great teams get touchdowns in the red area. You got to get out there this time and execute a little better on this drive.
You're absolutely right, David. Generally, the best red zone offenses are the ones that run the ball the best. So let's see if they can be a little bit more physical on this drive.
Quarterback checking off. Scanning the field, it's Lindsey. Just a short pass to the tight end. They make the stop, but not before they do their work up top and pick up a 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. From the gun, running back gets to give. And they try to run inside, and there is nowhere to go. And the Golden Gophers want to crank the tempo. These old rivals have gone at it for a long time. First meeting way back in 1890. It is the most played rivalry at the highest level of college football.
Yeah, you're right, Reese. And even though this game hasn't always had national championship implications or Heisman Trophy implications necessarily, this game defines what's so great about college football. It's the rivalries, right? You don't have to be necessarily a fan of either of these two schools, but appreciating the history, I think, is what makes this game so unique.
Yeah, and the trophy games are so fun. Just to watch the teams react at the end. And they know, starting this game off, one of them is going to run across the field and get an enormous axe. How flipping cool is that?
And he's brought down after a nice gain.
This offense has a lot of different ways they can attack you, and you're going to see the entire playbook at work in this game. Throwing it, running it, and getting guys the ball out on the perimeter. Great job.
The Golden Gophers come to the line with a new set of downs. They'll throw it from the red zone. Quick strike complete. That's a really good tackle there, giving up some size and still making the play. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a 1st without scoring. On 2nd down, he'll let it fly. Might be looking to run. He just threw that one away. Nobody was getting open. He had to live to fight another play in the red zone. It'll be third down. This new Big Ten is balanced and deep, and you're not going to get many mulligans. You're going to need to get off to a quick start.
And it's going to be a physical grind ahead. You look at the schedule for these teams, it's brutal. Each and every week, you are going to get tested. So it's important they get off to a really fast start. They've got to come out, pick everything they did on the practice field this offseason, and let these guys go play.
Yeah, and you got to let it rip, man, because that's always your first goal, right? We talk about conference championships, winning your conference, and then it gets you to where you need to go. So looking forward to getting conference play kicked off in the Big Ten.
Trying to power it in. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
And with the stuff there, Jesse, on second down, this little third to mid-range, you got 2 downs. What are you thinking here?
Maybe getting your quarterback out on the perimeter and giving him a run-pass option. See if you can get the defense in a bind.
Touch pass on the jet sweep. And he's on his way. He'll go all the way. Touchdown, Golden Gophers!
And I just love the execution by this offense. Late in the half, man, you want to take the lead. You want to get that momentum on your side, and they do it. They finish it with the passing game. And I'll tell you what, keep that passing game up. You can keep this lead, keep the momentum, and keep putting up numbers.
He'll bring it out. It's Jamison. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. The Wisconsin offense will come back on the field to jump around a bit. After standing on the sideline and watching that long touchdown drive, they really need to put something together to give their defense a rest.
And that's a real thing, man. Like, you played a lot of plays, you get worn out, you need a chance to go decompress on the sideline, get some oxygen. Palmer now is on this offense.
Yeah, this is the definition of complementary football because it's a two-pronged problem. You've got to score points and answer, but you've also got to take your time and give your defense an opportunity to get their win.
He misses his man. The accuracy just not what it needed to be on that play.
And I think out routes are solely about timing because that wide receiver is going to get to a point and break it off straight to the sidelines, and you could just tell he put too much mustard on it and just led him a little bit too far.
They'll run it from the gun. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop. And the Badgers will line up to punt it away. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. He's got it. He gets a block. Found a little running room on that one. Picked up some nice blocks before he's run out of bounds. The Minnesota offense is headed back onto the field. That last touchdown drive was surgical through the air, Jesse.
It sure was, and that's why this offense is so dangerous, David, because they can score in a hurry because of how efficient they are throwing the football.
And welcome to modern college football. That's what it is. Spread you out, find my playmakers, make quick decisions, and really put defenses in a difficult situation.
He's got it on the right. Makes a grab, and he's dragged down. They'll immediately call timeout.
Guys out of the backfield now, it's not just run the ball downhill anymore. You got to be versatile. I got to be able to trust you in the pass game, and I got to be able to throw you the football, and you can do that right there. I know you're going to catch it, and I can depend on you.
Using the quick game. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep them from getting the first down. Setting up for a 1st and 10 from the 26. He might have expected to see this DB up in his receiver's kitchen. Instead, nice little zone, and they pick up the first.
Man, offenses are getting so good, Reese, at seeing the holes in the zone, knowing you're in zone, knowing where to sit down, how to make it an easy pitch and catch for the quarterback, and that's what it was on 3rd and short.
It's 1st down from the 11. Receivers telling the quarterback what they see. Looking to throw, it's Lindsey. Now he's going to break the pocket. He just threw it away. The last thing you want to do is try to force something on 1st down in the red zone.
Good decision by the QB. You're outside the pocket. You're trying to find an open target. No one's open. Throw it away and live to play another day.
Off the play fake. The pass falls incomplete, and there are 8 seconds left.
Well, if this offense is going to win this game, and down the road, if they're going to reach the college football playoff and hope to win a national championship, they have got to keep this quarterback clean. Couldn't do it on that last play.
Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. Couldn't find anybody open, just threw it away, and that's a smart move. You want to avoid the turnover, especially in the red zone. It'll be 4th down. It's good. He could have hit a string right in the middle of the uprights there. And the Golden Gophers will kick it off to start the second half. Here he comes with the return. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. And Wisconsin has its offense back on the field. Maybe adjustments or attitude adjustments, but they've got to find a... at least... second half.
I do think you said something that's important. I think running the football is an attitude. Like, it starts with the offensive lineman and being physical, having a nasty attitude. Running back, same thing. I think they need more of that in the second half.
You know, and I think even if you're this defense, you have an opportunity to make a statement here. Yeah, I know you guys went in at halftime and you riled yourselves up and you told yourself that you think you can run the ball on us. On this very first drive, we're going to prove to you, just like in the first 30 minutes, you cannot.
And now on 2nd down for this offense. He's looking to throw. Missed his receiver there. It's incomplete.
Well, another incompletion. You can see the frustration building, but you got to give the defense credit. They came into this one knowing no one was giving them a shot because of their record, because of what their stats are on paper, but they're playing better football. They're playing.
And the pressure gets him back at the 8-yard line. The Badgers will try to pin them back with the punt. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. He'll field the punt and see what he can get. Good job by the coverage unit to stop the return man. Minnesota has it back, and the Gopher offense is headed onto the field. It has been a complete uphill struggle for both of these offenses, Jesse.
It sure has. At this point, David, someone's just going to have to step up and make a play. Someone's got to break a tackle, make an incredible catch, and just give some life to this offense.
And whatever you can, whatever it takes. Don't worry about looking pretty. That's out the window. We've already looked really, really ugly. We've got to find something that works to put some points on the board.
False start offense.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. And here comes the offense on 2nd down. Running back goes in motion. Quick pass on the fly motion. Nice, solid form tackle from this sophomore. Things look great with that field position a few plays ago, but now it's 3rd and 6. Looking to pass. It's Lindsey. Gets open down the middle. And he's going to be just short of the 1st down. It's going to bring up a decision for this coach.
Ooh, and that's a nice sigh of relief for the defense too, right? There was a broken tackle. The guy made it look like he was going to pick up the 1st, but because of great effort defensively, they were able to get the stop, and now they're setting up 4th down.
Pre-snap motion, quarterback trying to get a read. Try to get the edge with a quick touch pass. And they wrap him up, but not before he gets enough on the catch for the 1st down. The Golden Gophers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. They'll leave it with him. And you can forget running in the middle against this defense.
You gotta have that defense you know you can go to in running situations. Your base defense where you say, okay, this is where I'm gonna start, and I'm gonna stop the run, stuff it up front. My guys play big up front. And then if I need to add some blitzes to it later on down the road, I can. But great job in the base defense making a play.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Now on second down. Quarterback making adjustments with his receivers. Fires to the big fella. And not much doing there as that defense runs him out of bounds. They've got a ways to go on third down from the 24 as this defense tries to force him into a field goal try. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the first down marker.
I want to get my running backs the ball in space as much as possible. And sometimes it doesn't work in the running game, but I can throw it to him. I can try to create some space out wide, dump him the football, let him make some catches, and see if I can't get some big plays out of it.
That's going to do it for the quarter, and Minnesota has the lead here. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. They have the lead in a one-possession game, but they're thinking deliver the knockout blow, but this carries big-time risk on fourth down. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on downs. The offense lining up for a first down play. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. Nudges ahead for one out to the 16. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. This defense will try to keep everything in front. Slams into the pile. He'll get one to the 17.
And you can tell all eyes on this dude. Like, this defense is dialed in. They're going to try to continue to stop the run. You can tell, Palmer, it's the main focus of this defense.
Yeah, when we know with this offense, too, they go how this guy goes, and they've just never been able to really get him into a rhythm in this game. And you have to give the credit to the defense. They've been more physical at the point of attack. They've had a good game plan, and the offense just has not been able to counterpunch.
Slips through the line. Return's going to get it up around midfield. He'll be down at the 49-yard line. The Minnesota offense is headed back onto the field. They've got it back after that last drive stalled out, and they were stopped on fourth down, David.
Yeah, and they put a little bit of a drive together, but, Jesse, they stalled on the other side of the field, and they got to find a way to keep that momentum going as they get closer to the end zone.
I agree. I do like their mindset, though, and I think they need to continue being aggressive moving forward in this game.
Motion by the back forces the defense to adjust. Inside the 30. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down.
Yeah, and way to be creative, way to get the ball in the perimeter really quickly, get some speed outside. All you got to do is secure that edge, and you're just trying to get that first down. Nice job, nice play call by the offense.
He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. They keep it on the ground. Clock is their friend. Couldn't quite nudge it in. Not sure you could get much closer, but it'll be 1st and goal.
Fresh legs, man, and it is showing, of course. This team had the bye last week, and you're seeing it right now late in the game. Running the football, imposing their will against the defense that looks tired. Of course, they had to play last week, and you're seeing that right now.
We have arrived at the 2-minute warning, a one-possession game as this offense tries to hold on. And this offense not only has a chance to extend the lead, but they can also drain that clock. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Minnesota! Oh, and then he elusive victory is oh so close if they can hang on till the end.
And, you know, late in the games, offenses sometimes get conservative when they got the lead and they got the ball. I love this offense. They were aggressive. They got another score added to the lead. Now you're trying to salt this game away.
The back goes in motion. Quick touch pass to the receiver. He's going to be stopped short of the goal line. The two-point attempt is no good as they are unable to extend the lead.
Minnesota, 19. Wisconsin.
Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown.
13, set to kick this one away.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Wisconsin offense will come back on the field to jump around a bit. Their drive chart is starting to look a little monotonous. Punt, 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 David.
And their defense is starting to get a little frustrated, too. They just keep putting me back on the field, possession after possession. Jesse, this offense needs to get their heads out of their you-know-whats.
The punter's on the sideline with the oxygen mask right now. He's been playing so much. He's not used to this. This offense, they just got to stay on the field. They've got to put a drive together and get some balance going, running and throwing the ball.
The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. Wants to throw on first down. Got the quick pass. And he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play. After the first down completion, it's second and short. They keep attacking through the air. Always a welcome play for the defense as they get a sack at the 47. Clock is still running and they have to get everybody lined up. On third down, he drops to throw. It's complete to the right. And this one will be stopped for no gain. Down by multiple possessions, they can't come up empty on this drive in the fourth quarter. They'll go for it on fourth down. Fires to the wideout. Makes a grab enough for the first.
Hey, you know, the defense here in this situation with a huge lead, they've got to anticipate that this offense is going to be trying to throw the ball to the sideline, so they've got to work different coverages to try to force the quarterback to go over the middle of the field with the football.
They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground cover to pick up the first. Quarterback wants to throw on second down. They're trying to get to it. That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble.
Quarterbacks talk about it all the time. They love the clean pocket where they can step up, throw the football. That is not what they had. Nice job by the defense, beating the offensive line, disrupting the timing, and getting a nice clean hit on the quarterback.
Trying to pick up the first out of the backfield. Down in the fourth quarter, it's too late for empty possessions. They'll go for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Going for it all. Throw to the end zone, picked off. He looked as if he thought he had it all the way, and this junior makes a play. And they'll take a knee on fourth down, happy with their performance so far, and they'll turn it over in the waning moments. Looking back on it, this game probably falls precisely into the definition of a trap game. Trap was set, sprung, and the underdogs come up with the win.
And that's why we go, you know what? I don't take your rankings. I'm not worried about your rankings. They don't matter to me. We're going to go out and beat this team. We're better than this team. A lot of times those rankings don't mean a lot to a lot of people, and you can tell it didn't mean a lot to this team, and that's why they came out and pulled the upset.
Absolutely, David. I mean, that's why you play the games. This team knew they had to come out. They were going to have to put their best foot